News Update is brought to you by
Grab somebody and tell them hello. Pure happiness will be connect to flow. Smile and cheer because that is we flow. Grab somebody and tell them hello. With your hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air, hands in the air. This is how we flow, yeah. Grab somebody and tell them this is how we flow.
This is the Barbados Today afternoon news update for Friday, July 17th. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. We begin with news that customs officers at the air and seaports are on strike. The workers say they have been receiving option forms from management from Monday, asking them to indicate their willingness to be transferred to the Barbados Revenue Authority. But the National Union of Public Workers and the Unity Workers Union are encouraging the workers not to sign on until the consultation process is completed. The unions are also protesting the government's failure to appoint temporary officers who have been acting in positions for over a year. They claim it is a breach of the Constitution.
We are still in the process of negotiations. There are still outstanding issues to do with supersession and appointments. And we are saying that it's distasteful, disrespectful, and a breach of good industrial practices to be forcing our reforms on workers into intimidating temporary workers to sign, telling them that they will have no job just soon, the authority will come to an end. We call these bullying tactics and we take offense to it. And we are saying that temporary officers have rights.
The Child Care Board is reporting it has removed 13 children from abusive homes in the past week. Board Chairman Kenneth Knight credited the recent suspicious and highly publicized deaths of 2 minors, which sparked allegations of abuse. It also subjected the board to public ridicule. In an interview with Barbados Today, Knight said some parents would be charged in keeping with protocol, while others would receive counseling.
When it was reported to me last Friday, I was just appalled with the number. So I know what it does now. I have another problem in my hands, and I have to find the facilities to house the increasing cases. I'm just hoping that that's a one-off week where we had an influx, you know.
The Executive Director of the Caribbean Disaster Emergency Management Agency, Ronald Jackson, wants Barbados and the rest of the region to prepare for seismic events. Jackson was speaking yesterday after Barbados recorded as many as 6 tremors, the strongest being magnitude 6.4. Jackson says the events underscores the importance of building the region's national first responders capacity to deal with such occurrences.
We find that far too much interest is placed in climate change. Not that we shouldn't have it, but we have to recognize that the earthquake threat is ever present. I think we have been heeding the warning from the Seismic Research Center from as far back as, I would say, February 2014, where a number of events between the Christmas period coming into 2014 and again earlier this year has really raised, I wouldn't call them alarm bells, but certainly underscored the importance that we have to move at pace, it is now a situation of urgency that we address the capacity of our first responders given the catastrophic nature that seismic events can leave us with.
Organizers of this year's Barbados Derby are anticipating a grand event next week at the Garrison, Savannah. It is sponsored by Massey United Insurance, and CEO Howard Hall says it is Barbados's most important and historic racing event for regionally bred horses. Barbados Turf Club CEO Rosette Pierce gave a rundown of some of the entrants.
There are some new ones that have joined us. We'll start with Poetic License, naturally, because that's the buzz horse that's favored. Poetic License is no stranger to Winner's Circle, with an impressive resume of 5 wins out of 8 starts, including a hat-trick of wins, with the highlight being her win in the first leg of the Triple Crown Grade 1 Barbados Guineas. She was also the winner of Grade 2 Michael Parvicino Stakes and Trophy over 1570 meters, and second in the Pinnacle Feed Midsummer Creole Classic.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
tip my hand, got to tip my hand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Got to understand, yeah. My Barbados, my bank. Ain't nothing like a core bank spare. None of them others just can't compare. You just got to love that taste. It's the world-class thing this land makes. Whether I'm cruising or at a bar, whether I'm at home, my bank spare is never far. For this blessing, got to give God thanks. My Barbados, my bank.
Our valued partners for the BT Cropover Superstar Competition: Flow, Banks, the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Izumi Media, and Liberty Store.
In regional news now, in Cuba, authorities are investigating what caused a building to collapse that led to the deaths of 4 people, including a toddler. According to officials, the 2-story building in Old Havana, which contained 2 families, crumbled, also injuring 3 other people. Officials want to know whether the building's age led to the collapse or whether remodeling being done on the first floor was legal. In Guyana, mop-up operations are underway in the country after it was inundated following heavy rains in the last 2 days. We get more in this report from Capital News.
Floodwaters are receding across the flood-affected areas in and out of the city. City Mayor Hamilton Green said all the pumps are working, but the rainfall was above the normal level. Mayor Green spoke with members of the media during a tour of several flood-affected communities.
So but it's not an easy task. But, to repeat myself, we're on the road. It's going to be a long road, but we're on the road to success.
The council, which is now receiving the support of central government, remains confident that over a given period, adequate drainage arrangements will be put in place to reduce these occurrences. President David Granger this morning summoned an emergency meeting to address the flood situation, according to a release from the Ministry of the Presidency. Coming out of the meeting was that the Civil Defense Commission and the Social Protection Ministry will be tasked with coordinating flood relief efforts.
On the international scene, the German parliament votes in favor of starting negotiations with Greece's billion-dollar bailout. The motion passed in the House with 439 MPs voting in favor, 119 voted against, and 40 abstained. Today, the European Central Bank raised the level of emergency funding available, paving the way for Greek banks to reopen on Monday. And finally, Australia was today remembering the victims of the deadly Malaysian flight MH17. A plaque bearing the names of victims was unveiled at a memorial service to mark the first anniversary of the air disaster over Ukraine, in which 298 people, including 39 Australians, were killed. And that's the afternoon news. We'll be back this evening. Until then, log on to www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. You can catch us on Izumi Media in bus terminals or Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Also tune in to Channel 101 on Lime TV on Mix 96.9 FM. I'm Maricla Williams. Good afternoon.
Our valued partners for the BT Cropover Superstar Competition: Flow, Banks, the Barbados Tourism Marketing Inc., Izumi Media, and Liberty Store.